Sweet soul, I waited for you. I stood beside you in the unseen, praying you'd sense this moment. Archangel Michael doesn't usually wait. He acts. But today I waited for 2 whole hours. I had to wait because I can't let go of the sense of urgency I feel. Something important and out of this world is trying to flood into your life, like the gate just opened to let the truth in. It was found out that a private investigator thought they could move without being seen. It was planned that you would never know. But heaven broke the rules and told you the truth before it gets too bad. You don't know how long heaven has been watching this happen. Now, however, it is impossible to ignore the pressure in the spiritual realm. Today, Archangel Michael stood in front of your name and said, "This ends here. A series of events is being tracked down to reveal a secret truth, and you are at the center of it all. Someone paid eyes to follow you around. Yes, your money, your actions, and your feelings. But this isn't just interference from Earth. This was meant to get in the way of your blessings before they got to you. But God said no. We're going to talk now because you need to hear this before anything else does. Something that almost hit you was kept away from you. I'm not kidding. Someone planned, watched, and tried to get the upper hand by using information that wasn't supposed to be known while you were resting. It was divine interception that caught a man who thought he was being discreet. The veil was just lifted enough for Archangel Michael to whisper into your heart, "Open this now, don't skip or scroll." And here's something powerful I want you to understand. When you click the like button on this video, you are spiritually activating it. You are telling heaven that you receive this word and agree with the protection being declared over your life. You are opening the door for that favor to rush in. So click that button right now before we go any further, and let it be your yes to divine favor. Let it be the click that unlocks the flow. There is a reason heaven chased you down today, just so you know. God's protection is around you like never before. It's not because you asked for it, but because you're entering holy ground that can't be touched. Things are getting ready for something amazing to happen. A change so big that the enemy wanted to know about it ahead of time to get in your way. However, heaven stopped the messenger. Now, all the secrets are coming out. The private investigator wasn't by himself. He had a name and a client. Finally, it is spiritually becoming clear who they are. They were interested in more than just your gift. They wanted to know what would happen to you. Your fate is set, though. And those who tried to find it without God's permission are now being found out. That's why Archangel Michael is here, why the angels are really going around your house tonight, because the next thing you do could either let in a flood of divine truth or shut out the alarm bells that heaven has been ringing for 2 hours. The spiritual boundary drawn around your favor was crossed by someone. But here's the amazing thing. There is no weapon that can work against you. They tried to hire someone smart. Fire came from God. They tried to find out more. Their plans were thrown off by God, because once heaven picks someone, no one can touch them again. You, beloved, have been picked. That's why this message had to be sent right away. That's the reason the angels didn't sleep. That's why Archangel Michael has been here for so long. You don't know how many layers of protection have been turned on in the last few hours because you didn't know you were spiritually in danger. The detective was holding a file or piece of data that he wasn't supposed to have. However, just as it was about to slip his grasp,
a divine interruption happened. Then Archangel Michael came down. In heaven, spiritual alarms went off at that moment. That's when your name was called out loud and marked as important in the courts above. God's breath began to shape this message so that it could find you, wake you up, and free you from the power of silence into the power of knowledge. You're reading this right now because you're being awakened, not just warned. This message wasn't typed. We sent it quickly because we now know how to stop you. It was written in spirit and pushed through light. The person who did it is being dealt with right now. You still have a choice, though. You need to choose what to do with this light, this truth, this divine sight. You can choose to ignore it and act like it's just a coincidence, or you can walk into the revelation like fire into the dark and choose to shine. Heaven doesn't send warnings without a reason. If Archangel Michael speaks, it's because the time has come. Specifics about your money, energy, and movements have been leaked, are being sought after, and are almost ready to be sold.
But now heaven changes the story. It's safe for you. Protection is not passive, though. You have to stand under this shield even though you know it's going to rain. Now you need to stay close to God's voice, or the enemy will try to change the story again. Not this time, though. You're now too far away. Don't ignore this message if you feel it pulling at your spirit. Don't miss out on what heaven is urgently sending your way. Subscribe to God's frequency now. The divine alerts are only for you. So click the subscribe button to get started. Listen up, this wasn't just any detective. This person knew how to hide and disappear in crowds. They didn't go away before heaven saw them, though. They were caught near a trail of data, a whisper of truth about your fate. You're being drawn into something bigger. What else did that private eye do besides look into you? He was trying to bother you next. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not if you open your eyes today and take back what was meant to be yours without anyone else getting in the way. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our coffee community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Now I want you to make a promise with me. Please type Amen in the comments section below. Not as a word of the day, but as a spiritual anchor. Type it out loud to show that you are done with keeping things secret and with attacks that are hidden from others. You are now ready to walk in the light of divine protection. No weapon made against you will succeed. So let your Amen be a sound that reverberates in the spiritual realm. Feel the change in the air around you as you type this. The person who hired them is not a stranger. They know you from before. What they did wasn't just lying either. It felt like a spiritual invasion. But God stopped them. It was revealed by Archangel Michael. Everything that was hidden is now coming out. You're not crazy. You thought someone was watching you. You didn't feel right. Your energy has been a little off lately, and that's not being scared. Spiritual warfare was taking place. That's going to end badly, though, because the truth always wins over lies, and light always shows every secret file and hidden goal. Listen up. This wasn't just any detective. This person knew how to hide and disappear in crowds. They didn't go away before heaven saw them, though. They were caught near a trail of data, a whisper of truth about your fate. You're being drawn into something bigger. What else did that private eye do besides look into you? He was trying to bother you next. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not if you wake up today and take back what was rightfully yours. The person who hired them is known to them. They know you from before. What they did wasn't just lying either. It felt like a spiritual invasion. But God stopped them. It was revealed by Archangel Michael. Everything that was hidden is now coming out. You're not crazy. You thought someone was watching you. You didn't feel right. Your energy has been a little off lately. And that's not being scared. Spiritual warfare was taking place. That's going to end badly, though, because the truth always wins over lies, and light always shows every secret file and hidden goal. Don't get scared right now. It's time to get up. You're not by yourself. Heaven saw what they were doing, and now you're a part of a divine case where they can't hide the truth any longer. You were chosen to not only make it through this moment, but also to rise above it and help others through their own times of spiritual sabotage and spying, because other people have had the same thing happen to them, but Archangel Michael isn't with them. Yes, you do. You've always had. Your spirit is awake and your enemies are scared if you're still reading this. The police officer thought they could leave, but they couldn't get away from divine vision. Heaven sees things that people can't, and heaven doesn't let its chosen suffer while they are blind. Now is the time to turn. Being aware will give you power. Your power will make things clear, and your clarity will guide you to the divine. Right now, you're not only safe, but also dangerous to the darkness as you walk, since you now know. And the best weapon in spiritual warfare is knowledge. There was a shift as soon as you took this message to heart. Heaven wrote it down. Your life path was marked with a timestamp. You just got a boost in your destiny. That's not poetry either. It's a sign. Now is the time for you to activate. Please sign this truth in the comments below. Feel strong as you type the words, "I am dangerous to the darkness," not as a statement of ego, but as a statement of who you are in the spirit. You are not just commenting when you write those words. You are drawing a line in the sand. Every person who is keeping an eye on you, every spy, and every secret plan knows that your light is now too bright to see. Take charge now. Those who are trying to hold you back didn't realize who is walking with you. Their lack of understanding shows in how sensitive your spirit is. You didn't need proof. You needed confirmation from God. And that's it. It was given to Archangel Michael to play the trumpet over your life tonight. This isn't just an alert. It's the start. Everything that was planted around you in darkness is about to be burned up by a spiritual fire. Someone paid a lot of money to get to a file on a hidden server that had your name on it. Did you believe me? Someone asked you about your plans, who you were talking to, and what doors were about to open for you. They didn't know, though, that once heaven marks you, no human system can figure out your path. In the spirit world, that file was burned. The access has been taken away. The man who read your future without your permission is no longer reading anything. Heaven is now reading him. People who can't be seen have cleared you in their courts. The enemy was trying to keep you from following your intuition by making you feel heavy, sad, or anxious for no reason. They didn't want you to figure out what was going on. They wanted you to be too busy, distracted, or cut off from your inner fire to notice them. But heaven made sure to stop you right now, because your light is too rare, your call is too clear, and the darkness can't handle your future. You'd understand why they went to such lengths to look into you if you knew how big your next door was. They were scared when they saw what was coming for you. Your path is about to become incredibly clear. Soon a door will open, and you'll remember this message as the telling that freed your name from chains. If a private investigator starts to watch someone, it means they think they are going to do something great. The rules are very different when that person is being watched by heaven. Every eye on earth that looked at you in secret is now blinded by divine light. They needed facts. God sent fate instead. Archangel Michael didn't just say your name today. He fought for it. He stood between the picture of you and the picture on the dark report. He cut the cords. He stopped attempts. Within the next 7 days, he took apart something that was meant to hurt you. But instead of harm, good things are about to happen to you, because heaven always turns things around so that they become your testimony. Your name has changed places now. It's not just yours anymore. It's proof from heaven. The enemy knows you're not normal, even though you think you are. So they tried to spy instead of talk. They hired watchers instead of being brave because they knew that your light would make them less dangerous if they came up to you directly. They went behind the scenes. They didn't find weakness, though. It was a warrior soul that was protected by God. You're about to find out who has been watching who now that the roles have been switched. They're not after you. You're the fire, and you can't follow fire. It needs to be respected. If some people in your life start acting strange, don't be shocked. People who said your name behind your back will now hear it in public. God's justice is quiet at first, but then it speaks out loud, and it always shows up on time. Don't fight back. Do not argue. Do not move. Because God is the one who gets revenge. What he does behind the scenes is even bigger than what you can say. The exposure is taking place. The truth is coming out. And your story is being rewritten so that the people who tried to take over your future can't leave their mark on it. Do you feel chills going through your body right now? That's not fear. It is acknowledgement. Your spirit knows this is true. It's not a drama. Divine timing at work here. The storm went over your house at this time because Archangel Michael was watching the door. They were too far away to get close. They were not allowed to touch holy things. Your future is more important than they can ever know. Because of this message is more than just facts. This is alignment. God has just put things in order for you. If some people in your life start acting strange, don't be shocked. People who said your name behind your back will now hear it in public. God's justice is quiet at first, but then it speaks out loud, and it always shows up on time. Don't fight back. Do not argue. Don't move, because God has the power to punish. What he does behind the scenes is even bigger than what you can say. The exposure is taking place. The truth is coming out. And your story is being rewritten so that the people who tried to take over your future can't leave their mark on it. Do you feel chills going through your body right now? That's not fear. It is acknowledgement. Your spirit knows this is true. It's not a drama. Divine timing at work here. The storm went over your house at this time because Archangel Michael was watching the door. They were too far away to get close. They were not allowed to touch holy things. Your future is more important than they can ever know. Because of this message is more than just facts. This is alignment. God has just put things in order for you. There's something else I need you to understand. Your gut didn't let you down. The spiritual realm was loud, and you were hearing it without realizing it, which is why you've been feeling off lately. There were whispers, gut pulls, and nights when you couldn't sleep. That wasn't something you made up. That was God trying to keep you from falling into the trap that was being set. And now that it's over, you'll see that peace has come back. The air is better. It's lighter now. The spiritual cameras that tried to see into your soul have been turned off for good. They were interested in your money, where you lived, and what you planned to do next. One thing they forgot, though: heaven's children don't follow the rules. They move in their favor. You can't guess who will win. You can't keep track of miracles. A person moving under divine orchestration cannot be stopped. No one should keep an eye on you. People are amazed by you. That's what's going to happen next. You're going to be seen, but not by spies. You'll be seen by supporters, angels, and chances that see how valuable you are. Do not play down what just happened. A private investigator stepped over a spiritual boundary. The only reason you're hearing about it now is because Archangel Michael told heaven to tell the truth before it was too late. It's safe for you. It's now possible for you to get back everything that was stolen in secret, though. You can trust your own path, have faith in yourself, speak up, and be stable. All of it is coming back now with divine interest. This message was never meant for you to find by accident. You planned for it to happen before the investigator even did anything. And now that you have it, something in your atmosphere has been unlocked. Things are going to get faster. Now things will become clear. Weird wait times will end. The fog will clear up now that the cloud has gone away. The storm has rolled over. No longer are you hiding in the dark because someone is interested in you. You are in the center of God's will. You're not just getting through this. You're taking charge now. Spiritual order. God's clarity. What was hidden can now be seen. Things that were stolen are now being given back. The private detective who tried to figure out parts of your path accidentally set off something much stronger than any plan on earth. They set you on the path to awakening, and there's no going back now that you're awake. You can taste the truth now. The truth changes everything. It makes you brave. It makes you aware. It stops you from doing anything. As we talk, the energy around you is changing. Feel it? Something is letting go. There is a spiritual thing being taken apart. The invisible wires that were watching over your life have been cut off by Archangel Michael's sword. He sent more than just this message. He went through realms to get it to you. That was how important this moment was. That's how important it was for you to hear this before it got dark. You're not reading this to feel better. You're reading this because the time has changed and God doesn't want you to be blind when you go to the next part. They were trying to use everything they learned about you against you, like your income, your spiritual sensitivity, your mood swings, and your private prayers. The watch stopped, though, when the sacred fire showed up. The person who sent them is now spiritually open. Now they can't trick anyone from behind the curtain. You don't need to get even. You only need people to obey. Your story is being edited by God, and every sentence that wasn't written by God is being taken out. Heaven will take care of the rest. In 48 hours you'll feel stronger. If you feel like crying for no apparent reason, don't be surprised. That's your spirit letting go of stress it didn't even know it had. This exposure is good for you. Not only are you being protected, but your spirit is also being healed. This is heaven's way of telling you that you're important enough to defend. It's worth divine war for your path, your purpose, and your peace. That shows how important your calling is. That shows how valuable your future is. In order for you to notice, Archangel Michael stood still for 2 hours. Some people are leaving now. Do not go after them. They were only in your life to get close to your light. They can't handle the heat now that the light has changed frequency. Some people will say things. Let them. It's funny how the truth can break people down. You no longer need to beg people to be honest. It's coming. Right now, the truth is pulling itself toward you. The veil is taken away. It's over with the show. You're making the people who played parts around you forget their lines. Don't worry if your plans change. All of this is part of the cleansing. There was more to this than just making you aware. It was meant to change the path of your whole atmosphere. You were never supposed to close your eyes before the next season. The Spirit is now your eyes. You are being led by light, not sound. That road is being cleared by the angels who watched over this message until you opened it. You're not behind. You're not behind schedule. You're right on time for divine justice. And right now, justice is being done. Some people are leaving now. Do not go after them. They were only in your life to get close to your light. They can't handle the heat now that the light has changed frequency. Some people will say things. Let them. It's funny how the truth can break people down. You no longer need to beg people to be honest. It's coming. Right now, the truth is pulling itself toward you. The veil is taken away. It's over with the show. You're making the people who played parts around you forget their lines. Don't worry if your plans change. All of this is part of the cleansing. There was more to this than just making you aware. It was meant to change the path of your whole atmosphere. You were never supposed to close your eyes before the next season. The Spirit is now your eyes. You are being led by light, not sound. That road is being cleared by the angels who watched over this message until you opened it. You're not behind. You're not behind schedule. You're right on time for divine justice. And right now, justice is being done. It matters when you opened this, even the exact time. Heaven asked you to wait until your heart could handle the truth. It wasn't time for you yet. You would have had doubts about yourself. You might have thought I was just being afraid of everything. You know better now, though. In the Spirit, you've grown up. You've become smarter about things. You can now see that spiritual warfare can look like whispers, cameras, clicks, and quiet questions asked behind closed doors. But now, light has kicked those doors open, and you can't hide anymore. Their name is coming up, but you don't know who hired them yet. You'll soon feel it. They'll come out because the light around you is too strong for darkness to hide in, not because you asked them to. Don't let your heart turn bad when they do. Make it stand out. Brave enough to avoid being manipulated. Brave enough to break up with someone you didn't want to. Brave enough to believe that God is with you even when people fail you. Plus, there's something else. the money that was being held up. You've been wondering why things are taking so long, why big steps forward always seemed so close but just out of reach. It wasn't you. I wasn't lazy or it was the wrong time. It was spiritual interference. That investigator wasn't just looking around. He was supposed to give an update. That report was going to be used to put pressure on your money, your relationships, and your progress. But get ready now that the plan has been thrown out. Your flow is about to come back, like a river that was slowed down but is now free to flow. Don't be shocked if money shows up out of the blue, if someone pays a debt they forgot about, or if a door that was closed opens back up. This is what divine disruption looks like in action. When heaven stops something that was going against you, the good things that were waiting to come in start to pour in. You should also not question them. To receive them, you should be joyful, clear, and have open arms, because you won't have to fight for what's coming next. You'll have to take comfort in the fact that you've already been protected. Now it's safe. Now you're safe. Not just in the body, but also in the spirit. Things that were hiding around your name in dark places are now on their knees. Spirit spies can't get to things that are sealed with fire. You, dear one, are sealed. You are no longer being looked at. You have been freed. What was looked into doesn't matter anymore because heaven ruled in your favor. Now, if you want to stay in touch with this flow of prophetic alignment and make sure you never miss another divine download meant to help you and protect you, you need to subscribe right away. More than just joining a channel can be accomplished by clicking the subscribe button. When you do this, God's prophetic promise comes true over your life. It means, Lord, I am setting myself up to receive everything you have for me. I am aligning myself with your timeline. Every time you see a new video notification, it will remind you that heaven is still talking to you, guiding you and fighting for you. To enter a state of constant prophetic alignment, simply click the subscribe button. Now all you have to do is walk forward. Your face has a new glow. There is now a glow. It will be seen by many. People will say you look different. It's not your face. Your frequency is it. You are now in tune with divine awareness. That kind of awakening can't be taken back. They kept an eye on you because they wanted to find a weak spot. However, all they found was divine strength. It's now their turn to wonder how the truth got away from them. And you are the one who stands up with answers. This message can't just be another whisper in the day. You've come too far. Now is the time when heaven marks you again. Not now with a warning, but while there is oil. Your name is being anointed with new oil. And do you know what's beautiful about being anointed? It makes you impossible to touch. A glow is made that the enemy can't copy and the past can't fade. Now that you've opened your mind to this truth, that oil is coming straight from God's courts through Archangel Michael's command and into your next 7 days. Yes, for 7 days. That's how fast the change will become clear. The detective had 10 days to finish his work. He had 3 days to finish the report, which would have been used to make things more complicated. But God messed up his plan just at the right time. Right now, what was going to happen to you will turn around and happen for you. Heaven did more than just stop the messenger. They took back the message. What they meant to do to hurt you will now shine a light on you, and your reputation will rise. Don't try to make sense of everything. This is beyond our world. This is amazing technology that works faster than anything people could make. A spiritual broadcast intended to attack your timeline was intercepted by Archangel Michael. He stopped a message that would have taken away your future good luck. You are now the exception, the interruption, because you listened, because you opened this when your name was calling out for help. The person whose story won't end in loss, but in legend. I also want to ask you to help someone else experience this breakthrough. Share this video right now. Share it with someone you care about who needs to hear it. Send it to a friend or post it on your story. Don't just send a message when you share this prophetic word. The anointing is being made to flow through you. As a breakthrough channel, you help your network grow. The blessing that is coming to you will start to spread through you. People who bring light to others are praised by heaven. Now is the time to share it and watch how God uses you to free someone else while speeding up your own. Let them talk. Let the people who are behind it all writhe under the weight of being found out. Your job now is not to hide in shame, but to shine after this. Since the fire didn't burn you up, it made you clean. It burned away every secret attachment, every silent attack, and every weight that wasn't yours, but was put on you without your permission. You feel freer, stronger, smarter, and lighter now. That's the part they didn't see coming. They thought the investigation would bring you down, but it made you look great instead. Don't try to make sense of everything. This is beyond our world. This is amazing technology that works faster than anything people could make. A spiritual broadcast intended to attack your timeline was intercepted by Archangel Michael. He stopped a message that would have taken away your future good luck. You are now the exception, the interruption, because you listened, because you opened this when your name was calling out for help. The person whose story won't end in loss, but in legend. Allow them to talk. Let the people who are behind it all writhe under the weight of being found out. Right now, you shouldn't feel bad about what you did. Instead, you should shine because the fire didn't burn you down. It made you clean. It burned away every secret attachment, every silent attack, and every weight that wasn't yours, but was put on you without your permission. You feel freer, stronger, smarter, and lighter now. That's the part they didn't see coming. They were afraid that the investigation would make you weak, but it gave you a crown instead. Now things will feel different. The way you think will get clearer. You'll pay attention to things you didn't before. You'll believe lies where you used to believe the truth. People will try to trick you where there was only confusion before. This isn't crazy talk. It is divine insight. You are more aware now thanks to Archangel Michael. You're no longer here to doubt yourself. You're here to walk with faith. The kind of conviction that breaks cycles of generations and makes rooms quiet just by walking in. Also, don't ever settle down again. Don't ease up on your vibration to make someone else feel better. The person who asked for this investigation wanted to keep an eye on something they didn't know much about. They tried to look at things they didn't have. They will never be able to figure out your destiny, though, because it's written in heaven and not in files. They will try to play it down now that the attempt failed. They'll act like it wasn't a big deal. You should know better, though. You heard from God before it was too late. Do not react based on your feelings. Answer spiritually. Thank you very much. Archangel Michael, please accept my gratitude. Thank your spirit for being strong enough to keep this state of mind. You didn't break down. You're not sitting in worry. You are standing in clarity. And miracles are drawn to people who are clear. People will find you faster if you clean up your space. Being aware makes confusion less likely to happen. And heaven will trust you more with news like this the more you walk in truth. You have once again been upgraded. That's exactly what this is, a divine upgrade. You're not just someone God watched over. God now trusts you to know what's best. Vision, leadership, and divine foresight are being given to you. You'll begin having different dreams. You'll have answers when you wake up. People will ask you how you knew something was going to happen, but you'll just smile and remember this day as the day you realized spiritual interference and divine interruption are real. Before you go digging to find out who did it, take a moment to think about it. What you need to know will be shown to you by God. But not everything is meant to be a fight. There are things that are meant to be holy. At this very moment, you have been dedicated, spiritually sealed, and emotionally reset. You're not moving forward like you've been lied to. In this life, you are a divine strategy vessel. You're not here to get back at them. You're here to get way above the battlefield. This ends your story. Let this message calm you down. Let the emotional spiral finish. Let the trust grow again, because heaven is now keeping a closer eye on you than ever. They know how sad you've been. They know you felt unsafe, but it's over now. The hole has been closed up. The interference is over. And what's coming next isn't about getting better. It has to do with rewards. What are you going to do now? There is no noise, just alignment. Shift your goals around. Check how you're connected. Get back to your sacred purpose. Then watch how the universe comes together to help you. The force that tried to hold you back is now the force that moves you forward. People who got you wrong will have no choice but to look at your glow. People who hid their interest will suddenly stop talking. It's not because you spoke to them, but because God has turned off their microphones. It's safe for you. You are also now stronger. You know what's true. You know what's going on behind the scenes. You could feel hands trying to stop you. You can go as far as you want now that they've been let go. It's no longer possible. The lies can't be heard. The investigation is over, and now your life is about to change in ways you never thought possible. Now take a deep breath. Feel that? That sound means you are free in your spirit. You're right where you should be. And the next story. It will feel like fairness wrapped in happiness and sealed with grace. Heaven is still not done, and the fun is just beginning. It's very important that you're still here. It means that your spirit is following divine timing. It means your soul leans in instead of away. Now you know why heaven is interested in your story. People who pause, listen carefully, and feel the weight of a message like this are the ones who are picked for something special, something that heaven doesn't give out easily. Everyday life was never meant to be for you. You were made to walk in deep truth. Let me make this clear. You're not the same person you were before this message. The mood in your room has changed. Spiritually, your name has just been written in a new book, even if you don't feel it. It may have felt like war over the past few weeks, with all the delays, confusion, strange conversations, missed chances, sudden tiredness, and things that didn't make sense. But now you know it was surveillance, a setup that you couldn't see. But heaven was keeping an eye on the watcher, and the trap that was set for you turned into the proof that walks with you now. You're right where you should be. And the next story. It will feel like fairness wrapped in happiness and sealed with grace. Heaven is still not done, and the fun is just beginning. It's very important that you're still here. It means that your spirit is following divine timing. It means your soul leans in instead of away. Now you know why heaven is interested in your story. People who pause, listen carefully, and feel the weight of a message like this are the ones who are picked for something special, something that heaven doesn't give out easily. Everyday life was never meant to be for you. You were made to walk in deep truth. Let me make this clear. You're not the same person you were before this message. The mood in your room has changed. Spiritually, your name has just been written in a new book, even if you don't feel it. It may have felt like war over the past few weeks, with all the delays, confusion, strange conversations, missed chances, sudden tiredness, and things that didn't make sense. But now you know it was surveillance, a setup that you couldn't see. But heaven was keeping an eye on the watcher, and the trap that was set for you turned into the proof that walks with you now. To top it all off, you didn't even have to fight for this information. It was brought to you by God. In order for the truth to reach your heart without any interruption, Archangel Michael stood watch. For its beloved, this is how heaven fights. In a quiet, fierce way, without making an announcement. For defense, you don't have to yell. You only need to be picked. You have been chosen. That's why the detective failed. The spiritual attack failed because no one can get into something that belongs to heaven. Let's go further now. Because the next thing you're about to get isn't just safety. It's a sign. The data that was gathered about you is now being spiritually turned around. In the heavenly realms, it's being changed. The sudden glow will throw off people who thought they knew everything about you. They will wonder why what they thought about your weakness doesn't fit with the person you are becoming. That's because heaven just changed the code for your story, beloved. The story was cut off and rewritten in light of what happened. That sickness you almost got was canceled. That relationship that ended all of a sudden kept safe. That delay in your plans or business was moved, not denied. You couldn't explain that bad feeling in your gut. That was God telling you that this moment was going to happen. And now that it's here, you must be careful on your way forward. Take your time. Make clarity your guide. Be quiet as you answer. You don't have to explain anything to people who were working against you without telling them. Now, all you have to do is remember what heaven did for you. Truth like this is holy, and times like these become spiritual landmarks that you'll remember for years to come and say, asterisk, that's when everything changed. Asterisk, right now, you might not be crying, but your soul is. That's why you feel better. That's why something feels like it was pulled out of your chest. Yes, it was. It was cut off from a spiritual surveillance cord. So your energy isn't going to places it wasn't supposed to. You were broken in ways you didn't even know about. That, my friend, is a miracle. A quiet wonder. What a clean miracle. And it was made just for you. You need to know one more thing. They wanted to spy on you because they thought you were about to hit something big that would change your life, a breakthrough, a divine partnership, a time of financial freedom, or an opportunity that was just waiting for you. Their goal was to find out how close you were so they could block or get ahead of it. They were sneaky. But now that they're known, they're not as strong. What they tried to watch without your permission is now going to be seen by everyone. That will happen because God will make sure of it. Don't turn down the light. Do not hide your progress. Don't say sorry for moving quickly. You're no longer moving in ego. You're moving straight. You're not trying to make people like you. You are following divine momentum. As you follow the rules more, doors will open for you without you having to knock. Right now is the time when you'll have easy access to everything you need, and divine timing will show up everywhere. And where the love you're getting will throw off people who thought they knew your limits. You were never meant for everyone to understand you. The few were supposed to protect you, and heaven was supposed to praise you. And now that heaven has spoken to you, nothing on earth can change what it said. You're free. You get it. You are getting better. Now pay close attention. There will be proof of this word in the next 24 to 72 hours. It might not sound like thunder. It may not be loud, but it will be real. Someone might reach out and say, sorry, all of a sudden. There may be a strange chance that comes your way. A long door that is stuck will move open. Names can show up in dreams or in everyday conversation. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Pay attention. These are the marks of heaven. As you get ready to receive these confirmations, I want you to do something that gets your spirit ready. Do not write, "I hope I receive it," or maybe in the comments. Instead write, "I receive." This is the language of faith. This is how to reach heaven with your hands. When you say, "I receive it," you align your expectation with what God will do. Write it down right now, and then watch how quickly heaven acts to make this word true in your life. Note them down. Write them down. Because when everything comes together, which it will, you'll have proof that you were never crazy. You were always safe. Now, walk forward like someone whose name was cleared in the spiritual courts. Do not beg for room. Take it. Please do not wait for permission. Move in the power of God. You are no longer being attacked in silence. You are getting a lot of help. I think the person who sent the investigator has just shown that no plan against you will work. You have been picked. You're being called. You'll be okay. This was the moment you woke up. Now we come to the holy end, the sealing of this divine showing. Take deep breaths, because what's coming next isn't just a good thing. It's an ending. You are on the verge of an event that will have an impact on your whole future. The sky is looking at you. You still have Archangel Michael by your side. He still has his sword out. And God is smiling over you like a parent who just kept their child safe from a threat the child didn't see coming. It was bigger than you thought. You're ready for what comes next now that you see it. Note them down. Write them down. Because when everything comes together, which it will, you'll have proof that you were never crazy. You were always safe. Now, walk forward with the fire of someone whose name was just cleared in the spiritual courts. Do not beg for room. Take it. Please do not wait for permission. Move in the power of God. You are no longer being attacked in silence. You are getting a lot of help. And the person who sent the detective, they have now become proof that no plan to hurt you will work. You have been picked. You're being called. You'll be okay. This was the moment you woke up. Now we come to the holy end, the sealing of this divine showing. Take deep breaths, because what's coming next isn't just a good thing, it's an ending. You are on the verge of an event that will have an impact on your whole future. The sky is looking at you. You still have Archangel Michael by your side. He still has his sword out. And God is smiling over you like a parent who just kept their child safe from a threat the child didn't see coming. It was bigger than you thought. You are ready for what comes next, now that you see it. Hold on to this truth deep inside your heart. There is no more war. There is no longer any spiritual surveillance. The file is now closed. Your name is no longer being written as the one who was watched, but as the one who overcame. You didn't bow. You didn't fall down. You were kept safe in silence and trained under pressure, and now you're rising in flames. You are changed into someone who doesn't just get through dark times. You shine through it like a moving prophecy. From now on, every step you take will have weight to it, godly weight and unshakable presence. Don't be shocked if your walk changes all of a sudden. If people stop and stare at you for no reason when you speak more clearly, you've changed the mood. They tried to track, monitor, and change the old version of you, but it no longer exists. When you told the truth, that person died. When you read this message, you let heaven touch parts of your soul that you didn't know were in danger. That is the power of divine interception to bring life back to the dead.
With fresh air in your lungs and fire in your eyes, you're leaving this moment, and you need to keep it safe. It's not easy to handle this level of clarity. Keep your peace like a crown. Line things up like a gold gatekeeper. When something gets in the way, say no. Only say yes to things that will help you heal, since you're not just getting over a betrayal now. When you're done with deliverance, you glow. We don't need to tell people about the glow. People will see it. People will feel it. It will say your name before you speak. Soon, someone will come back into your life. But don't believe what you see. Try to find patterns. Don't try to get even. Try to find wisdom. Because God gave you wisdom, and now you need to use it well. The person who sent the detective. What went wrong is still being thought over. When they realize the gods flipped the script, they'll either stop talking to you or try to get back into your life with charm. Don't let confusion happen. Keep people entertained, because your goal is what heaven just kept safe. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them.
Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. We're almost at the point of your breakthrough. And before we go any further, I need you to be a part of this last agreement act. You should type a simple but powerful word in the comments below. Amen. This should be your signature on the divine contract we just went over. Allow this to be your agreement to the protection, the change, and the improvement that heaven has just made to your life. Know that the angels are marking it as you type it. Their Amen tells them to move forward on your behalf. Now seal it. That means it's bigger than you thought. Soon people will be able to use your story to break free from chains. When you talk to people, pray to God, or meet new people, this message will keep playing over and over again in your mind. This new information makes you living proof that divine protection and spiritual warfare are real, that God still speaks, that angels still fight, and that Archangel Michael still moves when your name is being attacked. Now for the blessing. Forgive me, and I will bless your life from now on. May the clarity you now have last forever. May the guards over your house be impossible to break. Your energy should stay clean, your connection should stay pure, and your momentum should never be stopped. I hope that the next 7 days are full of shock confirmations, money that comes as a surprise, divine connections, and peace-giving revelations. I pray that the person who tried to use your life as a pawn is taken out of your life for good. And I pray that from now on, everything you touch will carry the energy of this moment of breaking through, feeling safe, and rising. May Archangel Michael be by your side every day and at your door every night. May no whisper of bad things reach your energy. May you walk into rooms that turned you down before and shine with a light they can't dim. May your soul be filled with honor. May peace fill your body. Have a clear, sharp mind that is in tune with your spirit. No longer do you watch miracles happen. You are one. You are no longer having to wait. You are walking forward with courage, confidence, and full safety. Now go live like it. Heaven has marked you. Be careful with it. Say it when you're told to. Don't forget that the file they tried to build on you was lost. What you're building now, on the other hand, will last forever. This holy moment will always be a part of you. It's over, but wait. This isn't the end. These are just the first things that heaven wants to send your way. Now is the time to subscribe if you haven't already. To activate the next level of God's prophetic promise regarding your journey, click that subscribe button right now. Each video that comes after this one will add to it, giving you more clarity, revelation, and alignment. If you leave this channel, don't look back and wonder where they went. Stay in touch, stay in line. Sign up now to keep the line of prophecy open over your life. If reading this made you feel something, if the chills, the clarity, or the truth seemed too good to be true, then this message was a direct line from heaven to your soul. This move and the next thing that's going to happen are not meant to be missed. Archangel Michael and the other angels are still talking to you, still fighting for you, and still sending you messages that can change your whole life. This shouldn't be the last message from God you hear. Sign up now to make sure you don't miss any urgent spiritual downloads that are meant to protect you, help you understand, or lead to a miracle breakthrough. Only people who are tuned in will be able to see what's coming next. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.